Ancient echoes, the dawn of humanity. South Africa's story begins millions of years ago. It's a land where humanity's earliest ancestors first took their steps. Fossils tell the tale of our ancient past. The Cradle of Humankind, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, holds these precious clues. These discoveries rewrite our understanding of human evolution. South Africa is where it all began. The early inhabitants lived as hunter-gatherers. They moved across the land following the rhythms of nature. These nomadic people left their mark in rock art. The paintings depict animals and scenes from their daily lives. They offer a glimpse into a world long gone. These ancient echoes resonate through time. South Africa's rich prehistory set the stage for the cultures and civilizations to come. It's a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity. The land holds the memory of our shared origins. Kingdoms of the South. Before the storm. Long before European ships arrived, South Africa was a tapestry of diverse cultures and kingdoms. The San people, with their ancient knowledge of the land, were the earliest inhabitants. Their unique click language and hunter-gatherer lifestyle represent a deep connection to nature. The arrival of Bantu-speaking groups around 2,000 years ago brought agriculture and ironworking. These skills transformed the landscape and social structures. Powerful kingdoms emerged, like Mapungubwe in the north. This sophisticated civilization thrived on trade and goldsmithing. Further south, the Zulu kingdom rose to prominence in the 19th century under the leadership of King Shaka. His military prowess and strategic brilliance united many Nguni tribes. The Zulu kingdom's influence extended over a vast territory. It became a major force in the region. These pre-colonial societies were complex and dynamic. They were built on trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. Their legacy continues to shape South Africa's identity. The winds of change, European arrival, and early encounters. The arrival of European powers in the 15th century marked a turning point in South Africa's history. The Portuguese, seeking a sea route to the east, were the first to land. They established trading posts along the coast, but their interest in South Africa remained limited. In 1652, the Dutch East India Company established a permanent settlement at the Cape of Good Hope. Led by Jan van Riebeeck, their mission was to create a supply station for ships traveling to the East Indies. This marked the beginning of Dutch colonialism in South Africa. As the Dutch colony grew, it encroached on the land of the indigenous Khoisan people. Conflicts arose over resources and territory, leading to displacement and dispossession. The Dutch also brought enslaved people from Asia and other parts of Africa, forever altering the demographics of the region. The arrival of the British in the late 18th century further complicated the situation. The Cape Colony became a strategic asset in the Napoleonic Wars, leading to a power struggle between the Dutch and the British. This marked the beginning of a long and tumultuous relationship between these two European powers in southern Africa. Section 4. A Clash of Worlds, Colonial Conflicts and Resistance. The 19th century in South Africa was marked by a series of wars and conflicts. As European powers expanded their control over the region, they encountered resistance from indigenous groups defending their land and way of life. The Anglo-Zulu War of 1879 saw the Zulu Kingdom, led by King Cetshwayo, fiercely resist British expansion. Despite a stunning victory at the Battle of Isandlwana, the Zulus were eventually defeated, their kingdom absorbed into the British Empire. The discovery of diamonds in 1867 and gold in 1886 fueled further conflict. The Anglo-Boer Wars, fought between the British and the descendants of Dutch settlers known as Boers, were brutal and transformative. The Second Anglo-Boer War from 1899 to 1902 saw the British employ scorched earth tactics and concentration camps, leaving a legacy of bitterness and resentment. Despite facing superior firepower and resources, indigenous groups and Boer commandos waged fierce resistance. Figures like Makana, Hintsa, and Mzilikazi became symbols of defiance against colonial rule. Their struggles laid the groundwork for future generations fighting for liberation. Section 5. The Shadow of Apartheid, a Nation Divided. The 20th century saw the rise and fall of one of history's most notorious systems of racial segregation and discrimination, apartheid. Enacted in 1948 by the Afrikaner-dominated National Party, apartheid laws classified South Africans into racial categories, with white citizens afforded superior rights and privileges. Apartheid touched every aspect of life, from education and housing to employment and political participation. Non-white South Africans were subjected to segregation, dispossession and violence. Millions were forcibly removed from their homes and placed in segregated townships, their movements restricted by pass laws. The international community condemned apartheid, imposing sanctions and isolating South Africa on the world stage. Inside the country, resistance movements gained momentum. The African National Congress, led by figures like Nelson Mandela, Oliver Tambo and Walter Sisulu, spearheaded the struggle for equality and justice. The Sharpeville Massacre of 1960, where police opened fire on peaceful protesters, killing 69 people, shocked the world and intensified the fight against apartheid. The Soweto Uprising of 1976, where student protests against the enforced use of Afrikaans in schools were met with brutal police violence, further exposed the brutality of the regime.